So this is the Killing Noise episode 2. One of your hosts, Darren.
I'm Brandon.
I'm Steven.
Today we're going to be talking about Human Centipede 1 and 2 to start off.
They're pretty gross movies.
They're gross, but interesting, and they became very popular very quick, and that's why we're talking about it.
Yeah, I think the whole phenomenon, because of the grossness, I don't know. It's not. I don't think it was that great of a movie personally, but whatever.
I liked the first one more than the second one. The second one was almost like he was trying to make an art movie. It was all done in black and white. I don't know if that was like a budget thing, but it was in black and white for no reason. There was hardly any, like, the main character didn't talk at all. Well, let's start with the first one.
Yeah, I guess the first one, the German doctor, asshole, ass the mouth.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, it was, the beginning starts off and he's like sitting in his car crying about his dog that he sewed ass him out and died. Like, my beautiful 3 dog, he died.
Yeah.
I wonder why, you jackass. Because it was the third one was eating shit that was double shit.
Yeah. And then those people, their car is like, for some reason they were just like in the middle of nowhere. And their car broke down, so they're like, oh, let's go to this house with this creepy-looking motherfucker inside there.
It is a common formula, though.
Weren't the American girls in Germany, though? And they had, like, a rental car that broke down, and they, like, wandered through, like, a mile worth of woods, and they're like, help us, sir.
It's like, hello, it's called AAA. Like, you know.
Yeah.
If you rented a car, I'm sure there's some kind of number that you can call if it breaks down and they'll come get you.
I think all horror movies teach you just not to travel, period.
Yeah.
Well,
stay away from it.
I mean, if you guys were in the Human Centipede, where would you want to...
Oh, wait, okay.
Where would you want to be? First, middle, or last?
I would be front.
Yeah, I think everyone chooses front.
Everybody wants to be front. Fuck that. I'll go be the caboose. I think because the caboose dies first, right? Or is
the Japanese dude kills himself first.
Where was he in the
He was in the front, and then the one chick from the back died, so that just left the middle person.
I would just immediately commit suicide, so it wouldn't matter where I was.
Well, the other part that was weird is, like, they kill the guy or do they kill? I don't know. The Japanese dude chooses to commit suicide at a very odd time. Like, I feel like they're about to escape. Looked like he was going to go head to head with the doctor.
I'm pretty sure the doctor was, like, injured too.
Yeah, and then that's when he has the glass as a weapon. And instead of, like, I'm going to kill this dude because I've got the glass as a weapon, I'm going to cut your mouth off of my ass. So I can walk.
Dude, I'm sorry. Like, I don't care how much it would hurt, but I would definitely try to rip my fucking mouth off someone's ass.
I know I would, dude.
I mean, even if I, like, bled out, I don't care. I would still do it, you know?
Yeah.
I don't think you bleed out.
Yeah, you'd just be in a lot of pain, but still, you know.
Being in a lot of pain is better than eating shit, though. I mean, I'll be in pain any day over...
Eating shit.
Feed
her!
Yeah, I don't know. That's what was odd, because the movie is not very good. It was...
Yeah, but I don't think it was meant to be good. I hope
it was just meant to gross people out.
It was supposed to
be fucked up.
It was fucked up.
Well, I mean, it was... I don't know. It doesn't hold any special place in my horror heart at all. It's just more like...
no. Doesn't crack my top 100.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, well, the Human Centipede was weird.
Yeah.
And then, the second one...
yeah.
Which, he openly, I think, said, like, he was just trying to make an offensive-ass movie.
Yeah, the most fucked up part about the second one was when he jerked off with the steel wool.
And when he injects all those people with laxatives.
Yeah, like, it was just, it definitely wasn't as good as the first one.
It was all about shock, and the one thing about the second one, the dude he picked to be, like, the main character was definitely fucking weird.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Just, like, in real life.
Like, I wonder if that dude, like, literally looked like that, or it was, like, some kind of, like, cosmetic shit or something.
The same actor that played the Oompa Loompas in Tim Burton's fucking Willy Wonka.
Really?
I don't know.
I don't know. I think he did play... He looked like the fucking...
I don't know, but he was fucking weird as shit.
Oh,
like,
of course it was.
It was just, like, the ending of the movie was weird, because it was, like... Was the whole thing like a dream or something?
It's a whole like David Lynch kind of tribute. I think. I don't know.
My favorite part was when the lady has the baby and then she squashes its head. That was, I don't know if it was meant to be like shock value or terrifying, but it was just like funny.
Yeah,
I don't know. It was fucked up, but it was funny.
Didn't she like put the baby's head on like the gas pedal? And she's like, cry!
No, like she was trying to escape, and it just like first of all, she had like spontaneous like birth, like just shot out of her vagina. It shoots out of her vagina, lands on the floor crying, and is like its head is like underneath the gas pedal, and she's just trying to escape this crazy dude. So she just pushes her foot on the gas, and apparently so hard and fiercely that just smashes the baby's.
It was just that whole movie was just fucking. I think he was just trying to get away with as much as he possibly.
That's what he said. He said, "I'm just trying to make a fucked up movie." Human Centipede 2. I think he was just trying to get as many people to buy it as possible, probably.
Yeah.
The Human Centipede 2 does hold kind of a special place in my heart. It was the first time me and Jordan made out.
Oh,
that's so gay.
Whatever, that's an awesome story. We made out during Human Centipede 2.
Well, it's just
wow. Did she jerk you off with steel wool?
Yeah, right afterwards. That was the downside of Human Centipede 2.
Yeah.
I don't think I can make out with a chick and watch Human Centipede at the same time.
Well, I guess you're just not man enough.
I'm just not man enough.
It's a wuss.
It would confuse my junk. I don't want.
Alright, so how much money did these films gross?
Human Centipede 1, I believe the estimated budget they said was like 1.5 million euros. That's a lot. I don't know what that is in American dollars.
Real
Probably
money.
$5.
No, it's actually way more. But it's gross. It wasn't that high. It was I don't even think it justified a second one. Honestly, its gross was like 252,000 worldwide. And its opening week was only $12,000 in the U.S. It opened on one screen though, so I guess.
Yeah. But I think they make their sales on obviously Netflix and dumb shit.
Yeah. It became a phenomenon very quickly, but it was later in its life. That's why it was interesting.
He must have made some money.
Tommy Six, the director, hasn't really done anything. He did the Human Centipede 2, something called Gay in Amsterdam, which I don't even know what that is. I
can guess.
Yeah, I think it just might be a gay porno that he made in 2004. He did a few other titles, and there's apparently the Human Centipede 3 final sequences in pre-production right now. So he's gonna. I don't know. How do you top the fucking? I don't know what he's gonna do. It can't be good.
Yeah, because I mean, the first one was 3 people, then the second one was like 12 people. We're gonna have like 30 people in the third one or something.
Well, it was 12 people, and it was just a debacle. Like they never actually were all one, and there was never.
Yeah, because then he started like shooting them at the end of the second one.
They started dying, and I'm not too sure, but I think
they all tried to get away, so he just started shooting people.
And I think if I lay you on the ground and hit you straight down with a crowbar, you just die.
Yeah, yeah, that was fucked up. Like, he was bashing people's skulls on with crowbars, and they were dying.
And then he was knocking people's teeth out with hammers. How'd you like that scene?
Oh, that was horrible.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just like,
So let's just do a rating, Darren. Human Centipede 1 and 2.
I'll just get scale 1 and 10. I'll give them both a 2. Just for I like the grossness of it, but they're really campy. I don't. This first one's really campy. I don't like the campiness in the second one. I can't stand shit black and white.
Yeah, like there were scenes from the first one where it was just like dragging on, and I was just like,
Yeah, those bitches were way too close too. I feel like they're just like I feel like they spent the entire movie saying each other's names.
Yeah. And then there was just that random Asian guy.
Yeah, well, I actually like the Asian guy because he's like. He was super Japanese. He was like, I will destroy you. You think these chains can hold me? Ah!
Yeah.
Steve, what are your ratings? 1 and 2.
The first one, personally, I would probably give it a 7. The second one, probably a 5. I didn't really like the second one that much. Like, yeah, it was gory and everything, but like I said, it wasn't as good as the first one.
All right. I'm going to go first one a 5, second one a 3. I like the first one better just because it was like a grossness factor that it was a whole new idea. Second one, I feel like he's just trying to cash in on the same idea. And he openly said, like, I'm making a very disturbing movie. So it's more just like he was trying to go for shock value. And then he films it in black and white. Like Darren said, you can't. I don't know. I just don't like black and white.
Yeah,
it has its spots, but you can't do a whole movie.
You can't
anymore.
film the first one in color and then film the
Yeah,
second one black and white.
that's why it bothered me so much.
Yeah, it's like you're taking a step backwards.
Yeah.
All right. All right, now we're gonna move on to Dead Space 1
And 2
and Extraction, and maybe a little talk about 3.
Yeah.
All right, Dead Space 1. Who liked it?
Loved it.
Me too.
Yeah, it was a pretty solid game.
It was, there hadn't been a horror game in so long, and then Dead Space came out, and it was kind of like it wasn't a big title, and then it just blew up, and it was awesome. And I just enjoyed every second of it.
Possible spoilers, we'll try to keep it to a minimum.
Well, there's going to be spoilers on Dead Space 1 and 2. If you haven't played them yet, you're not going to play them.
Yeah, if you're not playing that, then fuck yourself. But, yeah. Dead Space 1, fucking awesome. I just, the whole time I was playing it, I was thinking of the movie Event Horizon.
Yeah,
love
definitely.
Yeah, it just felt like that movie into a video game.
I just know I was just like I got it late. I didn't get it day one because I didn't, like I said, there was no big anything about it. But I've seen there was good reviews, so I was like, I'm gonna pick this up. I haven't played a horror game in a long time, and then it was just the entire time I was playing it, I was just like, this is what it. You have to manage your ammo. You have to worry about your health packs. Everything. It's just awesome. One.
I've played horror games before where they're scary, but literally Dead Rising had me on the edge of my seat.
Space,
yeah, Dead Space. Dead Space.
Don't do drugs, kid.
Yeah, but no, especially at the beginning of the game where you're walking down this long hallway and then the lights just go pitch black and all you hear is sounds and shit and you're just like, oh shit, when are these lights gonna turn back on? What's going on? Just little things like that, really keep you at the edge of your seat.
It was really driven on the fact to scare you, which is funny to say that a lot of horror games now it's not as much as to scare you as in as Resident Evil slowly turned into an action game.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. It's still horror, but it's not the kind of shit that's going to scare you.
It's not survival. That's what Dead Space does is it puts you on the edge of your seat, and the fact that there's a tension because you only have so much life, you only have so much ammo. You don't know where that last save point was. You know where it was, but you don't want to have to do 45 minutes over again just because you screwed up.
Yeah.
So it just puts you in that I've got to survive mode. And the other thing it does is there's so many just moments in Dead Space that are just creepy. You walk around the corner and there's that dude who's alive and he's just banging his forehead
on the wall.
And you're like, look, survival. And you try to get to him and he just falls over dead.
Yeah, it's just what?
Yeah, it's terrifying. The other thing that I really enjoy about Dead Space is the soundtrack. It seems it gets your heart rate up, but also I feel like when I was playing there would be a monster in the room I'm in, but the music would be normal, and then I would, as soon as he came into view of my camera, it would switch to that intense, oh shit, monster, and the whole game it's immersive and brings you in.
What's really creepy is those little fucking baby things with the tentacles.
Yeah, just all the necromorph monsters are so fucking dope. I don't know, they're very. It's really good. All the monsters have really cool designs.
Yeah, and the other thing it does is it makes you have to focus your aim, which is, in zombie games, aim for the head, but let's be honest, Resident Evil, you can put 100 body shots, or you can just put body shots in.
Yeah, it makes you think about, I have to dismember this thing.
Yeah,
you can't just spray and pray. You gotta make every shot count because...
Unless you have contact these.
Yeah, not only do you not have, crap loads of ammo,
Right. Yeah, the game.
It's an amazing game, and all right, let's do a quick rating. What do you give it out of 10?
9. I give it a 9 out of 10. I love that game.
I definitely give it a 9 out of 10 also.
I'm even going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. I love this. Maybe it was because, I don't know, I went back to classic horror game playing. I was in the dark, the sound was up, and I just was
it was
awesome.
It's some good pop scares.
I know, I definitely kind of wish I should go back and play it again with those Turtle Beach headsets too.
Oh man,
I think that would be sweet.
All right, so Dead Space 2, it dropped and everyone was waiting for this one. It was I pre-ordered the special edition.
I think I like Dead Space 2 maybe more than one, just for the production value. It's got a lot more shit in it.
Yeah, they had more money.
Yeah, they had more money. But I mean, of course, they still a lot of the same tricks. So some of the pop scares are not as good as the last ones. I mean, they don't catch you, but it's still a better game easily.
Like, it was crazy, the opening scene where you're, like, in a straitjacket, and that dude comes into the cell to, like, let you out, and he just turns into one of those, like, bat things, and I'm just like, holy shit, and then you don't have any weapons, so you just gotta run for safety, and that shit was intense.
Did that guy kill himself? Like, he let you out of the straitjacket, he's like, God help us all, and he just blows his own brains out or something?
No, he turned into one of those bat things.
No, I mean after that, because like the first opening scene was the dude lets you out and turns into it, and you gotta run down the hallway with the straitjacket still on.
It's like the dude that gives you the first flashlight or the first gun or something. He kills himself.
Yeah, he just blows his own brains. He's like, what have we done?
But it was like a really intense moment because it was like the second you start the game that happens, you're like, holy shit, I'm not prepared for this. Like, yeah,
right out of the gate there. And the second one also, it has a better story, I think. The first one has the story of his girlfriend or whatever, and that carries over to the second one, which was really cool. I thought too, just how you're like, you see her and you're like, she's still alive.
Yeah, she's like a ghost to you, kind of thing.
Well, it's a hallucination.
Yeah, you're going crazy because of the.
I thought it was really awesome too that they actually take you back into the spaceship of the first one.
Yeah, the spaceship Ishimura,
and like everything's like all like they're trying to clean up in there, so it's like sealed off, and then
that's probably the creepiest part of the game.
Yeah, definitely.
Because it's literally the same, same everything.
Yeah,
just like
same layout. So I just thought that was really awesome.
You're like in Resident Evil, you go back to the mansion.
Yeah.
Which they should maybe do sometime, Resident Evil guys. Maybe bring back the zombies too.
Well, I mean, they blew up Raccoon City.
Oh yeah, Raccoon City's not there. Poor Raccoon City.
Yeah.
The thing I didn't like about Dead Space 2 was the ending, where it made it seem like there's hundreds upon hundreds of markers.
Right.
So I mean, I don't know if like they're just like, we're gonna cash this baby in.
Yeah, I know. Like we're just gonna make it as many as easy as we possibly can, type of thing. I'm unsure about that, but
most thing I hated about Dead Space 2, which is a silly gripe, is the trophies. They made the trophies so much harder in 2 than in 1. They had that whole hardcore mode, which is beat the whole game with only 3 saves.
And no restarts.
No restarts. Only 3 saves, and you have no 0 gear in the beginning. And it's like the hardest crap ever. I mean, I did it. So I have trophy for it a lot back then, but. I'd never do it again.
Darren's got every trophy in every.
Yeah, if you want to know, my PSN is Darren-2. If you don't believe me, I have no fucking life. Go look there.
All right, so how do you like the ending of Dead Space 2?
See, I like the final boss fight so much that it made up for the ending, like the ending schematic or whatever.
What I really liked about the ending, which was an odd scene. I'm glad they put it in there, where you have to actually drive that needle into his eye, and you got to control it. It was, I don't know, it's weird, because no one likes needles in eyes. No one does, and you gotta watch, because you're controlling it, so you're like forced to watch that needle go into his eye, basically. That was just, and the graphics on it were awesome,
That shit was fucked up.
I liked it.
I know, like, you couldn't look away, because, like, if you fucked it up, it would, like, go through your skull, and you'd just die. It was like, oh my god. But then it was really intense after that, because then there was that, like, invincible monster.
You have to run.
Yeah, and you, like, had to dismember it, then you had to run to that door and go through that whole unlock thing, and you see it in the background, piecing itself back together.
So many times.
It just puts you in that suspense, like the same thing Dead Space 1 did. You're like, I got it, and it just, it's weird, because it puts you, it's just a computer that you're playing against, but I mean,
you don't have, like, any time to hesitate about anything. Like,
you gotta make
split decision. You got
decisions, and you're just like, oh my god, this monster's gonna kill me. I gotta get out of here. It's just weird. It's like, I guess it's a gamer thing. You just love those moments.
Yeah.
So I mean, what would you guys give Dead Space 2?
So now I wish I would get Dead Space 1 an 8, so I give this one a 9. So I guess I'll go back and give this one a 9. As a Dead Space 1, I'll give an
8. Okay. Yeah, I did the same mistake. I'd go. But they're both on par, because the first one had a lower budget. You get a bigger budget when you're making a sequel to a game that did well. So I'm just giving both 9s.
I'm just glad the sequel was actually good. Because I mean, there are some games that make sequels and they're horrible. And it's like when I heard that they were gonna make a sequel, I was kind of like, how are they gonna pull it off? Is it gonna be as good as the first one? You know, but I think it held up pretty good as the first one. So I would give it a 9 also. I like both of them a lot, and I would definitely play them over again.
Yeah, the other thing about Dead Space is there's such good games. It's not terrible to sit and watch someone play.
Yeah.
You don't get the intense on the edge of your seat feeling, but you do get the shock scares still.
Yeah, it's got a lot of eye candy.
Yeah.
A lot of sound effects and weird shit.
Definitely.
Yeah, the soundtracks and the sound effects, the sound quality in those games are just stellar. You almost need surround sound or for each headsets to fully enjoy them.
That was another thing. Whenever you would bust glass and make the whole vacuum, remember that, and then suck all the aliens
Yeah,
out.
that was crazy.
It would make it have go like your underwater
All you can hear is your stomping feet and your heartbeat.
Yeah.
You can hear your heartbeat. It's just, and you don't hear that. You barely hear the monster.
And you're
There was that one scene in the second one where you had to break the glass and then you were like fighting that monster outside in space, and that was crazy.
Just do an awesome job all around.
Yeah.
All right. They did the rail shooter Extraction, Darren. Me and
I
Steve
guess
haven't played.
It is good. It's short. It was originally released on the Wii, but you got it for free if you got the limited edition for the PS3 or what the fuck.
Yeah.
It's short, but it's more of the same. It's good though. It's its own separate stories. It doesn't have
No Isaac.
Yeah, no Isaac in it. I think he might make a cameo or mention, but it's not. We don't play as him.
Yeah.
But it's got some cool bosses and shit. It's good for a rail shooter. So it's really creepy.
So you still get the scariness, even though it's a rail shooter.
Yeah, I mean, it's lessened because you're not walking around, so it's just you're moving forward. But
So, what would you rate it?
I give that one a 6. I mean,
6.
I don't usually like rail shooters. I don't usually even finish it. I ended up finishing and doing everything in that.
Yeah.
Platted.
Planted. Yeah, planted that one out too. Yeah.
All right.
It's good.
It's next year we're getting.
Dead Space 3.
Yeah.
And it's suffering from the. Right now, I feel like it's suffering from what happens to a lot of horror things like Resident Evil as they start to become mainstream.
Yeah.
And now we've got a co-op survival horror.
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like it's not going to be as scary because you have that second person covering your back.
It's a safety net. You have a safety net.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, that being said, is it if Steve dies when me and him are playing together and we're playing some co-op, is the mission over or is he just downed and I can get him up? I mean, but half the terrifyingness of Dead Space is if you're up going head to head with 2 or more enemies, you are you have to figure out how you're going to get out of that situation because you're double teamed and you got to dismember.
Yeah. The problem with co-op games, like co-op games, are meant to be pretty simple and fun because half the time you're playing with someone who doesn't usually play that fucking game. So Dead Space is pretty hard, and I'm saying if they make it co-op, so either they're going to make it really easy, thus taking away the horror aspect from it, or make it real hard, and no one's going to want to co-op with you if you're dying every 5 feet.
Yeah.
And you're not going to trick someone into playing like you do with Borderlands or I think other things like Diablo or World of Warcraft or something like that. You trick someone to play with you for a while because you really can't die in those games. But this one you're dying every 5 feet.
Yeah.
Well, we can't. I don't know because it's not out yet. No, so there's not even a demo, but it's hard. I feel like it's hard to add scare value when you've got someone with you. Like, am I going to be shocked when a monster jumps out, or can I just be like, oh, that monster grabbed Steve? Don't worry, buddy, I got your back. I feel like it takes away from the survivalness and the horror aspect. And I mean, almost all co-op games like that suffer from the fact that if I've got ammo.
And one person's always going to be lagging because someone's always going to be better than the other person. Depending, because like either whoever owns the game is going to be doing all the hard shit. The second person is pretty much just going to go around and try and get a kill every once in a while. So.
Another thing is like with this one, they're trading pitch black darkness with snow-covered whiteouts because it's not going to be in space on the planet.
Well, we've only seen some of that. I mean, you can't say that.
Yeah, I mean, they could be in like some kind of facility or something.
Remember, John Carpenter's The Thing was in the winter.
Yeah.
pull, and it was cool, but it's a different kind of.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's the thing for it. You had the Event Horizon effect now.
Now they're doing the thing from yeah.
just gonna steal from
I guess
awesome
we
movies.
could all be like thrown for a loop when it comes out, and it could just be
it could be
amazing.
the best thing
like
ever.
we don't know. We can only assume right now.
Yeah.
I don't know. That the co-op thing is what really bugs me because, like Darren said, it could just be brutally hard by yourself. And I've heard that it has drop-in co-op, meaning like if I see Steve's playing, I can just pop up into your game.
That's the only way it can really work is like the Demon Souls method, because Demon Souls is so hard. You couldn't couch co-op Demon Souls because it would just be too hard. No one would want to do it. So the only way you could do it is where you could jump in other people's games. I think.
I'm just worried of seeing a good franchise turn to shit because of their third installment.
I mean, like I loved Resident Evil 5, but it was the co-op aspect of it. It doesn't make it scary.
Yeah, it takes away something.
I mean, are we gonna have that moment where I'm at my house, Steve's at house, we're playing online with mics on, and we're both like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Or I just don't like, because in the first one, like that thing comes out of the air vent, it grabs your leg, and you're like, oh, we gotta fucking shoot that thing, and it just busts out of the vent, and I don't know.
It surprises you.
But like I said, Dead Space snuck out of nowhere and was just amazing. Dead Space 2 was amazing, so maybe they'll
get lucky and have
if it's just as good
one.
as 2, I mean, 2 and 1, everything's awesome.
I just feel like they're trying to make it more appealing to more people.
The Call of Duty flux.
Yeah.
Which is nothing wrong with Call of Duty, but people don't play Dead Space because they want to play Call of Duty. People play Call of Duty because they want to play Call of Duty. They play Dead Space because they want to play a horror game.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, it's a dying genre almost of video games. Let's be honest, and Dead Space brought it back for a little while.
Now it's been doing a lot of like PC like indie games.
Yeah, you're getting it back on that front.
But that's
nice stuff.
But those I could barely call those games. You compare like one of those like a Penumbra or Slender to fucking Dead Space. It's night and day.
Yeah, well they got that big budget backing them.
Yeah.
Indie gamers have. We got $50 in my account and some free time. Let's see what I can do.
Yeah, you can make Slender in a weekend.
Yeah.
So, who's getting Dead Space 1? Day 1. Or Dead Space 3 day 1? You can't get it.
I don't know yet.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
I'll play it. I know I will eventually. But I don't know
if it's in the budget, I'm gonna wait for a review first.
I don't know. I don't know if I'll wait for a review. I might pre-order it if they offer like some really fucking cool collector's edition because I like the collector. I like my statues. I like my
like if they offer like a fucking necromancer statue, then fuck yeah, I'll probably get that shit because that would be sweet.
Well, last time we got the miniature plasma cutters for 2, and that's pretty.
I know, but I mean, I kind of wish that thing was bigger. Like,
that's pretty gay.
I
kind of wish it was actually like full size. That would be sweet, so you could just like mount it, like
They would have been $100. They would like $300. It's made of metal. It actually cuts.
Still, I mean, but people are willing to pay shit like that. Just like for Resident Evil 6, they're willing to pay like $1,000 for a fucking leather fucking jacket, that Leon Kennedy wears in the fucking game. So it's like, people, if they want it, they'll pay for it.
Oh, like the biggest fucking bullshit thing. I like Killzone. They make Killzone. I think it was 3, and then they're like, fuck yeah, you get the game day 1, we'll give you a Hellgas helmet.
I know, and you can't
even fucking wear it.
It's just it's like a statue, isn't it?
Yeah. They did the same thing with Halo, and all those Halo people were like, Master Chief helmet, and then you can't even wear it. Like,
it'd be sweet. If you're gonna offer something like that, fucking get it so you can wear that bitch while you're playing the game,
Yeah, it has Turtle Beaches built in.
Yeah, that'd be fucking sweet. Like, I would definitely pay for shit like that.
Yeah, it's so hard to say. I just hate when they. I was hyped up for the plasma cutter. It was really small, but it lights up, so that's a bonus. But it's made of cheap plastic.
What game was it? It was wasn't it Dead Island had that life-size zombie cardboard cutout or something?
Yeah,
they only did like 300 of them, and it was like $300 or some shit like that.
For a piece of cardboard. And
the game was good. Shit like that's cool. I mean, don't give us fucking little piss-ass little... I don't want trinkets. Things. Yeah.
Especially, when you drop the $100, usually you get something decent.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if like the Hellgas helmet, if it's going to cost an extra $20 to make it full-size... put the charge us the extra $20.
I think
We'll
it's
pay
in
it.
the
We're
same
nerds.
amount because that one had like a statue.
Oh yeah,
mount
like a mount to it.
thing. I don't know. I just thought it was so weird that they would do that.
Did you get the collector's edition?
Fuck no, dude. It was like almost $200. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, kiss my ass then.
Alright, but yeah.
Alright, so that's Killing Noise episode 2. If you want to email us, we also have a or an email address now.
Ooh.
So is it thekillingnoise666@gmail.com?
Yes, it is.
It's though. There's the in the name. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure there is that.
It's either thekillingnoise666@gmail.com or killingnoise killingnoise666@gmail.com.
You email both. It don't matter.
Yes, email both of them. Ironically, I added the 666 because the killingnoise@gmail.com was already taken.
Those dirty bitches.
Someone has the name the Killing Noise, but isn't. I don't know what they're doing with it.
Probably some emo band.
Yeah, it's probably we stole it from some emo band that we didn't even know about.
Yeah,
but if you have any comments or anything, go ahead. Yeah, email us. We'll talk about it on the air.
How you like the podcast?
Yeah, let us know if you like us or if you hate us, and then we'll just call you like faggots and stuff on the next podcast.
Yeah.
And ladies, Darren's single, so.
Oh yeah.
There's that.
That's something to say.
Hit him up on his PlayStation account.
Yeah, if you love video games, are attractive,
you can swoon over off his platinum trophies.
If you find Voldemort sexy, then you should look me up.
Thought you were going for the Bronson though.
Oh, the Bronson. Yeah, if I grow the handlebar mustache.
Yeah.
Right.
Stay tuned for further podcasts.
All right, that's it. Bye.